All right, y'all, we are back with another video. Now, this video right here gonna be a little bit different. This right here was sent to me on Instagram, and a lot of you, matter of fact, it was a few of y'all that sent me this video because I see that it's been trending on YouTube, and a lot of y'all said that it was these two individuals that claimed they destroyed Vivek Ramaswamy because he was defending Donald Trump. And obvious, y'all was saying that these two don't like Donald Trump. Now, I've never heard of them before. I think they got a channel called the Young Turks, and their name is Sink and Anna. Like I said, I've never reacted to them before, never heard of them before, so this will be my first time encountering them. But when they saying that they destroyed Vivek because he was in defense of Donald Trump, I want to see exactly what happened, what they was talking about and stuff like that. So like I said, I did get a good video. I wanted me to check this video out. And like I said, that's what we're going to do. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. And I also want to thank everybody that clicked on this video for the very first time. I appreciate you as well. Without further ado, man, let's dive in. And it seemed like it's going to be another one of those videos, y'all, where you Vivek got to try to out debate two individuals that y'all said is trying to team up on him and stuff like that. So let's see exactly what happened. Like I said before, don't forget to hit that like button so more people can see my reaction to this video. I really appreciate it. Without further ado, y'all, let's dive in.
Why exactly would likely Republican voters decide to vote for you over the former president?
Yeah, look, I think that the more he's being unjustly prosecuted and really attacked using the levers of the justice system, the more I felt a sense of obligation to stand up for what is right. And I also believe in judging based on results. What are the results that I ultimately judge a president by? Did you keep us out of wars? And did the economy grow under your watch? There's a lot of other things that matter too, but those are two easy metrics. And I said he was the best president of the 21st century. That's what I said in the debate stage. I stand by it. George Bush, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Donald Trump. It's not even close which one was the best one of the century. And so I respect him. And probably more than any other GOP presidential candidate, when I'm president, I will respect his legacy and honor it more than anybody else will, because I think it's the right thing to do, and I think it moves the country forward.
Yeah.
However, I have something that he does not. I am young. I have fresh legs. I think it's gonna take somebody coming in from the outside to have the true fresh perspective to lead the America First movement to the next level. I think I can unite this country by reaching the next generation of young Americans that have lost all semblance of national pride. And I can give you statistics to back that up. I mean, 60% of young Americans today say they would sooner give up their right to vote than to give up their access to TikTok. We have a 25% recruitment deficit in the US military. Less than 16% of Gen Z says they're proud to be American. And I think there is no question which Republican candidate is, really which candidate period in this race is best reaching young voters at a large scale. We see it in college campuses across this country. And so, yes, I think I will be able to reach that next generation and inspire national pride in that next generation better than anybody else in this race.
So Vivek, you're saying then by definition, you're running against him. You are better than the best president of the 21st century. And that the main reason why you're better than Donald Trump is because you're younger than Donald Trump. Am I understanding that right?
And because as a function of being younger, I'm gonna be able to reach the next generation, reunite this country. And I do think that reuniting this country and reaching the next generation will be part of what allows us to take the America First agenda to the next level.
I got you, but
I won't be the
you're
same
better
person
than Donald Trump, right?
Well, I wouldn't be running if I didn't think I was the best candidate for the job. So yes, I believe I am the best candidate for US president. I think there are two America First candidates in the race. And I do think it has to be an America First candidate that leads the country forward. However, it's the tried and true, I admit. If you want tried and true, you go with Donald Trump. If you want the next generation with fresh legs to lead us forward, you go with me. And I think that that's gonna be the successful formula that leads us to success in this race.
I'm gonna follow up on something you said earlier. You said that you would pardon Donald Trump on these unjust charges. So if you pardon him on taking national secrets without permission, not returning them, lying to the FBI, etc. Does that mean that Joe Biden is allowed to do the same thing? That he could just take national secrets, show them to anyone he likes? Even after he's president, he could just take the documents, bring them home, show them to anyone he likes. And maybe other people too, anyone who's got access to national secrets. Can they just show them to everyone? Or is it just a special privilege that Donald Trump gets to have because you like him?
Well, it is whether you like the law or not, I believe in this thing called the law. And the law does give what's that?
I say I'd love to see it because Donald Trump has broken about a dozen laws and you'd say you'd pardon him on every one of those criminal actions.
Well,
so
I think part of the reason why is that those laws that are alleged to be broken, I don't believe have been broken here. If I did believe that and believe it was definitive, then I wouldn't adopt the position that I do. Every case brought against him levels a novel legal theory never before used. So for the particular case that you asked about, and I believe in getting into details matter. If you're gonna convict somebody criminally, yes, the details doggone well matter.
Exactly.
So the Presidential Records Act explicitly lays out the criteria for what documents a prior president is and is not able to access. If you don't like the law, change the law. But part of the reason is that we already entrust the US president with making all kinds of incredible judgments, whether or not to use nuclear weapons on down. So yes, that same president we do entrust when leaving office with access to those same records. The judges have interpreted it, and even in the Clinton sock drawer case, as it related to Bill Clinton, revealing undoubtedly classified information afterwards, a judge explicitly came down on interpreting that statute. So I believe this out detailed articles in the Wall Street Journal and elsewhere. But why am I bothering talking about it as opposed to legal scholars elsewhere? Let them debate it. My job is to unite this country, and I do not think it sets a good precedent when the president of the United States and the Justice Department under him uses police force to indict its political opponents in the middle of an election and then issue gag orders to say that that opponent during the presidential election can't even talk about that relevant set of issues. I just don't think that's a good precedent, and I don't want to see that in one direction or the other. That's wrong.
Do you believe it's a good precedent to implement a slate of fake electors to overturn the results of our democratic process and go against the will of the American voters?
So look, I think that there were serious issues that need to be discussed relating to election integrity. However, I would not have made those same judgments that Donald Trump did. This, though, belongs to the voters. This is a judgment for the voters of this country, not a judgment for a justice system that lands people in prison as its ultimate goal, especially political opponents. I just think that's bad for the United States of America.
Okay.
So leave it to the voters. Trust the voters to make the decision of who governs, instead of trying to take it out of the voters' hands. And I don't think that should be a controversial idea.
Yeah, it's definitely controversial because what you're saying is
leaving it to the voters is controversial.
No, not that. Hold on.
When the former president broke laws, including going against the will of the American voters by implementing a slate of fake electors, which were noted as such in memos passed around within the Trump campaign. They were referred to as fake and fraudulent electors by Trump's co-conspirators. That is part of the evidence. Another piece of evidence that I think is compelling, to say the least, is that they had fake electors in the state of New Mexico, which had absolutely no pending litigation in regard to election fraud.
We have a court and a legal system, and if you want to go into the details of this, the First Amendment absolutely protects, and courts have held this for a long time, dating back to a case called Alvarez, I think it was in 2012, that political officials, including candidates for election, unfortunately, like it or not, have the First Amendment right not to tell the truth. That's just a fact. It's not something that we should necessarily.
So Donald Trump was lying. So Donald Trump was lying.
Golly.
That's for the courts to decide. But what I'm telling you guys is,
so then he should be tried if it's for the courts to decide.
Bro, listen to this, bro. This is, bro. It's like you can tell they don't like Donald Trump at all. Everything Vivek is saying is correct. They know it's correct, but they trying to find any and every loophole to try to discredit everything Vivek is saying. Like, oh my God, bro. You know how painful it is just to keep listening to them just try to down Donald Trump. Like, they literally campaigning for this man to be in jail. They're literally campaigning for Trump to go to jail. And like Vivek said, it ain't for me to decide. It's for the courts to decide. And then I guess what his name is, Sink. So you saying Donald Trump is lying? He said just your First Amendment right to not tell the truth. And then he gonna follow it with, well, so Donald Trump is lying? That's what you're trying to say? Like, come on. This is, bro. I really just don't get it sometimes, y'all. I really don't. I mean, when the left just has a hate for Donald Trump, it is ridiculous. Let's get back to it, man. This is crazy.
And we live in a country of laws, and he's being charged with a very important criminal act. Why do you get to decide instead of the court system and say, oh, just let him off? Who cares what the evidence is?
Because nobody else has been charged under the same set of facts.
Because no one else.
There you go. Nobody else haven't been charged but Trump. Why? Because he's winning. That's the reason why ain't nobody been charged. But see, you know, when Vivek tell the truth, they gonna come back with something else. They gonna come back with something else. Trump is the only president that's, that's going through everything he's going through. This man, 2000, to me, to be honest, I feel like Trump's 2023, his whole 2023 has been taken away from him due to all these, like I said, it's raid, these indictments, Biden using the police to raid this man's house, using the police for all these. I mean, it just been crazy for Trump in 2023. And Trump did come out and say that Biden is responsible for all of this. He's responsible.
Tried to do a coup against America with a fake elector scheme.
False.
Do you know a second person who's ever been accused of that?
We've had contested elections dating back to the late 1800s in this country, and a lot.
Yeah, but no one ever did fake electors and tried to do a coup, Vivek. So are you saying, because this is really important, because good for the goose is good for the gander. So you're saying Joe Biden on his way out can take any national secrets and show them to anyone he likes. Maybe you could even sell them, whatever. He could just take them. Who cares?
You can't sell them.
And hold on.
I'm very clear about this.
Okay.
Can't sell them.
Okay, all right. But if Donald Trump is charged with selling them, are we allowed to try him then? Or do we just have to let him go no matter what he's charged with?
We're going to be on for most of an hour, so I think it's just important for you to understand something about me. I care about the details. Facts actually matter. I don't care about.
You care about the details,
right? Say that again. Listen to what Vivek just said, and I know this gonna piss him off. Listen to what he just said, y'all.
I'm pretty clear about this.
Okay.
Can't sell them.
Okay, all right. But if Donald Trump is charged with selling them, are we allowed to try him then, or do we just have to let him go no matter what he's charged with?
We're going to be on for most of an hour, so I think it's just important for you to understand something about me. I care about the details. Facts actually matter. I don't care about.
You care about the details
random
as well.
jousting.
And
that's what it is. Random jousting. That's exactly what it just smack talk. They basically just putting what they think about Donald Trump and what should happen to him. And like Vivek said, we only care about the detail and the facts. Details and facts is what matter, not just what you think or what you think should happen. Details and facts. Come on, man.
You just implemented a law having to do with political speech of a president and extended it to the actions of the president. If the actions of the president are criminal, he should be held to the same. Excuse me, I'm still speaking. Can you please let me finish my statement?
Oh my God.
Okay. If the actions of the president happen to be illegal actions, especially in the context of our democratic process, you genuinely believe that that individual should not be held accountable for what he engaged in. You think that any former sitting president of the United States can attempt to steal elections, can attempt to implement fake electors and go against the will of the American people. Is that what you're arguing here?
And I just want to address you correctly. What's your name?
I mean, you just came on my show. You don't know my name? My name's Anna.
I don't actually. I thought I was talking to Cenk. What's your name?
My name is Anna.
Anna, good. No,
bro, she is so rude, bro. She said, you just came on my show and you don't even know my name. Like, I mean, if you look at it, you can tell they are teaming up on Vivek. And, The thing about Vivek is he ain't gonna come back to you in no rude way. He gonna smile. He's gonna say what he have to say. But these two right here has just been trying to like just stomp him. They literally just trying to stomp out Vivek. I mean, you could tell she just literally has a hate for Trump. Just look at her face expression. Look at the way she's talking to Vivek. I mean, come on, man. That right there is rude. Especially, I'm pretty sure they asked Vivek to come on their show. You asked that man to come on their show, and then y'all, I understand you're going to have like a difference of opinion. We all do. It might be some things I might say that some people might not like. You know, it's human life. But if you're going to invite somebody to your show, you don't want to talk to them like that. That's not right to be treating a host like that. You know, somebody that comes on, you know, because like I said before, I'm pretty sure y'all asked the man to come on. But this was crazy, y'all. Golly.
Chatting for a while, I just wanted to address you conversationally.
Should have prepared for the interview
Anna,
ahead of time.
Look at her.
Well, Anna, you guys invited me on your show. I'm making some time for you guys. I'm happy to have the open debate. Let's get some facts actually straight here.
I thought you were detail-oriented. I don't know. It's just you're the one.
Why every time he talk, bro? She get mad when he interfere, but as soon as he try to make a statement, they cut him off. They cut him off. They do not want to hear it. How you gonna invite somebody on the show and not let them talk?
I didn't mean that as a personal affront, and I promise you, and I'm looking forward to getting into substance with you. So the reality is you're making an assertion that he broke the law. And then everything that you're doing is working backwards, making a legal judgment on a complex legal theory that has never been brought against a defendant in American history. So that's a circular reasoning. It's a circular loop.
No,
what I would prefer to
it's
do
not,
is measure
Vivek.
the facts.
That doesn't make any sense what you're saying.
There's never been somebody
Vivek, we're not making
this legal theory.
But Vivek, you're going in circles. Hold on, let's be clear.
Nope.
So we're not making the assertion. Prosecutors are making that assertion. And you're saying, do not let the prosecutors do their job. Foreclose that. I don't want to discuss this. Hold on, let me finish. So can Joe Biden do a fake elector scheme and just make up electors and declare himself president as Donald Trump wanted to do? And you admitted earlier he is lying. Donald Trump was lying. And so can Joe Biden lie and say, I've got fake electors, and I'll even call them fake electors, and then you're not allowed to prosecute them because you just said, that's it. No one's allowed to prosecute former presidents. Go ahead. So is Joe Biden allowed to do the same exact thing Donald Trump?
Let me just ask you guys a question, because I think I'm getting a sense for your command of the details here. Which case would you like to talk about? There are four pending cases.
Because basically, they all over the place. They are all over the place right now. And you can listen to the anger in their voice. And like I said before, a few minutes ago, I love how poised Vivek is, like not screaming back, because I'm pretty sure if it was another person they had on there, let's just say Candace Owens. Oh, she would have got back right with you with an attitude. If you're going to get her attitude, Candace would give you one back. But see, Vivek, he's not going to do that. He's just going to try his best to work with you, talk to you, and try to have the best conversation possible, which Candace would do will too. But Candace will bite back if you trying to come at her with attitudes and stuff like that. But man, they are all over the place, man. And Vivek did not say nothing about Trump lying in the beginning. He did not say that. Like, come on.
Go ahead, fake electors. Is Joe Biden allowed to do the same
fake electors? One of you is talking about documents, and one of you is talking about
because he broke so many laws. But let's stick with fake electors. Go ahead.
Which one would you like to discuss?
Fake electors. Go ahead.
Yeah. So there is no crime here that can be charged. That's the answer. There's no relevant crime. Now, can voters take this into account when determining who their next president is? Absolutely. That's exactly how our process works. But our Constitution has a process that has been followed, and it was followed here. And the US president absolutely, even if he's the outgoing president, has an opportunity to share his opinion, even if those opinions are not true, and if that's found in a court of law. I don't have a view on that, but that's what the allegations are.
That's what a court of law is, Vivek, but you're saying we're not allowed to go to a court of law.
I'm not saying that you're not allowed to. I'm saying that I would pardon him because I think that these do not match the actual law that the Supreme Court has held applying to these set of facts. And I think it's a bad judgment for the US Justice Department to bring this case because it divides the country and it sets an awful precedent that will now be used going forward for years unless we do something about it. Unless it takes a leader who actually unites this country. This is the new precedent in the United States of America. The new precedent is the party in power will look at who the opponent is and throw the legal statute book at them. That's not how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to find a crime and then decide whether or not you want to prosecute it according to the same standards you use for every American. That is not what's happening here. And there is little doubt that if Donald Trump were not running for president, they would not have brought these charges.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was waiting on, Vivek. If this man was not running for president, I've said this, exactly what Vivek just said. I've said this numerous times. If Donald Trump was not running for president, he would not be in the spotlight of all these indictments, his house getting raided, this civil lawsuit crap that's in New York City that they trying to do. He won't be in none of that. Mugshot taken, none of that. If he was not running for president. And Vivek, he just said it. Now, we're going to listen to what their response is, but obvious, you can see the hate, what they call it? What do they call it? Hate that they got for Donald Trump, man. This is crazy.
So I think that if you ask me, does this move towards uniting the country or not? I think it does not. I think it moves towards dividing the country, which is why I have been clear, even though I'm running against Donald Trump, I would pardon him if I'm elected president because that will move this nation forward. And I do not think that we should be guided by vengeance and grievance against one man. I do not think that that helps the United States of America. That's why I'm in this race. And that's why I clearly answer your question. You asked me, why would I pardon? That's why I would pardon.
And just to be clear, you have absolutely no problem with the Trump campaign implementing fake electors in the state of New Mexico, which had no pending litigation in regard to election fraud. You're okay with that?
There is a difference between what I've made the same judgment.
Yes or no?
No. Now, he's trying to give an answer. She gonna tell him to give me an answer yet. No, why would this man give you a yes or no answer without putting details behind his answer? Ain't nobody just finna say no yes or no. You can't ask a question and tell a person how to answer it. You can't do that. Yes or no. No, this ain't no multiple choice. This ain't no circle A or circle B. Man, come on.
Problem with the Trump campaign implementing fake electors in the state of New Mexico, which had no pending litigation in regard to election fraud. You're okay with that?
There is a difference between what I've made the same judgments.
Yes or no?
I don't think that's illegal. I do not think
that's
anything
illegal.
That's been laid out.
Okay, you don't value our democratic process. Great to hear it.
I don't think anything that's laid out has been a violation of the law. That's what I believe.
That's amazing. Okay, all right.
Thanks for
boy, this interview here. Like I said, Vivek, he stayed through it. Like I said, I understand everybody gonna have a difference of opinions, but obvious in this right here, you can tell it was more one-sided that they was, teaming up against Vivek. He stood in there, he fought, he told him everything that he believed in and why he still, likes Donald Trump and stuff like that. And they didn't like it. So at the end, she gonna give him a multiple choice. No, yes or no. Like, no, I'm not gonna give you no yes or no. I need to put details behind my answer because me just saying yes or no can lead to people thinking that I'm saying one thing when I'm saying this. So no, I'm not finna answer no yes or no question. It don't works like that. But man, they was, I just gotta say it, man, they was very, very rude to him. They was very rude to Vivek. But like I said, y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.